Though Chairman Health and Medical Task Force of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion and Bishop of Enugu Diocese, the Right Reverend Professor Samuel Ike, has called for more advocacy to be carried and made on health education among members of the Communion. Bishop Ike made this known in an interview with ACNN News Crew in Abuja, where he also said all church leaders should make it a policy to teach all members very simple yet effective preventive basic life support.
Again, basic, common, life-saving measures were also part of the main advocation for last year in terms of reaching out to our churches and giving health education, prevention, and life-saving measures like what we call the bystander CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, basic life support. Anyone and every one of our members should be able to learn it. It's life-saving. The incidence of sudden death is increasing in Nigeria and even worldwide now. And that doesn't require any medication, it doesn't require any appliance, it's just the basic skills, any bystander. When somebody collapses, and people have collapsed in the pulpit, people have collapsed in the chancel, people have collapsed in the pew. So it's an everyday reality waiting to happen. So if anybody collapses around you, you know the basic things to apply. And more than 70% of those who survive as they get to the hospital having suffered a sudden heart attack or collapse are those to whom that basic life support have been applied. And so the message is on. To get it on is part of our resolutions, which we are cascading again to the standing committee, to the primate, that every one of our church leaders should buy in and make it a policy that every of our congregations, every of our parishes should be taught. Very simple, yet very effective. Basic life support, preventive measures, cholera. This is the season, once the rain starts. And others which can be easily taught that will save lives are also what we are pushing out. Some churches have begun already. Some even use such demonstration in place of the sermons. So people come, medical personnel, cardiologists in training, and as they come, they give a lecture and then demonstrate. People ask questions and they own the scale. So these are some of the development we have had from then. A number of institutions and dioceses have also opened hospitals, health centers. The man standing before me for Lafayette Diocese is a miracle story. And then, of course, Diocese of Abuja just commissioned the Betrafa Medical Center November last year.
Right Reverend Samuel Ike further encouraged churches to make health a significant part of budgeting planning. He also highlighted the importance of medical outreach in missions and soul winning, describing it as pre-evangelistic activity.
The manpower building we're also tackling, because it's not just enough to have the health facilities. Many lack manpower. The current syndrome of JAPA, doctors, nurses, and even all the other health professionals are on their trip outside. So it's been a challenge to attract and sustain and maintain those who are available. And so it's part of the mandate. We are drawing out a template for here now, so that if possible, God will bless us when our dioceses, our archdeaconries, our parishes are making a budget. The budget should include health. It won't just be for stipends. It won't just be also for projects, building new churches, and maybe getting church halls. Health must also attract some budget. And aligned to that is the medical outreaches. The main goal of the church is soul winning. The reason why we are still here and haven't gone to heaven when Jesus has saved us is because there are more souls to win. Jesus prayed in John 17:17, I'm not only praying for these ones, I'm praying for others who will believe in you, Father, through them and their witness. And so the church has that basic obligation of soul winning, outreaches. So we have seen already that medical outreaches incorporated into the crusade and gospel outreaches makes a lot of difference, as it were. It even attracts more of the community than any other, because people are going to be consulting free. They're going to have their investigations, basic ones, check of BP, maybe some blood sugar and any other, free. And some are given medications at least for a few days. And when that happens, it opens the people. In short, we call it a pre-evangelistic activity. That's what it's called in mission. It opens the heart of the person to now receive the gospel. So with that, more souls are won for the kingdom. And we're also advocating that our hospitals, as those who are opening up the health facilities, should not just be with the mindset of let's get some money, let's make profit. If we're establishing health centers, hospitals, primary health care centers under the church, profit is not the main motive. We will not make profit, because we are not operating on the same principle as those who entirely open a private hospital on themselves. They restrict the cadre of patients they see. Those who are very sick, they will say, no, let them be referred. You can't do that in a mission setting. And obviously, with that, you now find that the hospitals, the health centers, are veritable soul-winning areas. There's evidence-based medicine research that more people pass through the gates of the hospital than through the gates of the church. So when we render state-of-the-art, adequate health care services and delivery to them, they're open to whatever you tell them, as their physical lives are being saved and mended. Their spiritual lives can also be salvaged. So these are part of the things God has helped us increase the awareness. We can do more, but today is already a beginning.